0.3% is the number of transgenders who have been vaccinated thus far in the state of Karnataka. Now that is how bad as far as the transgender communities, the vaccination is concerned. Now remember, they have been facing a plethora of issues, that is from the time of not being able to find or access the right treatment at the hospitals to not being able to also get beds. It's been clearly 6 months since the vaccination drive has kick-started in the country, but it is only now that we are witnessing a drive that's been conducted exclusively for transgender community, with Sputnik being launched in the city of Bengaluru. Now speaking, remember it's the Pride month as well. Speaking to some of these transgenders, what they tell us is that when we ask them why exactly did it take them nearly 6 months to decide whether they should get vaccinated or not, all that they say is that there was so much misconception, misinformation out there. They were really not sure of the fact should they or not get vaccinated. But with the right amount of awareness from activists and also various other people, health experts, they have taken that decision to come out, to step out and also be vaccinated. All that they have a word to tell the others in the transgender community is that people, more and more transgenders, should actually come out, forget the stigma and get vaccinated.
ಈಗ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ 6 ತಿಂಗಳಾಯಿತು. ಈಗ ಏನಂದರೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಾಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್. ಈಗ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಜೆಂಡರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿಗೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ?
ನಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ, 1 ವೀಕ್ ಆಯಿತು ಬಂದದ ಮೇಲೆ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಹಾಕಂದೇಳಿ ಕರೆದ್ರು ಬಂದು ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವತ್ತಾದರೂ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಂತ
ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಭಯ ಪಟ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಯ್ತಾರ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದೇ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್.
ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರು ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನೀವು ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಂತ?
ನಮ್ಮವರೇ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದೇನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಬಂದು ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ.
ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದರೆ ಈ ಥರ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಜೆಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್?
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಯುವರ್ ನೇಮ್?
ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ಸುಮಿತ್ರಾ.
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಸುಮಿತ್ರಾ? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
So I just want to understand that very first time we're looking at the transgender community, and how did you exactly manage to bring these transgender communities to tell them you have to get vaccinated?
Correct. So I am Dr. Satyanarayana Mysore. I am the head of pulmonology, interventional pulmonology and sleep medicine. We have been immersed in this battle of COVID-19 against humanity since the beginning of 2020. In this we have realized that herd immunity that you develop by natural infection is a no-no. Herd immunity that we develop by vaccination, passive immunization, is the way forward, along with COVID appropriate behavior. With this motto, there has been phased relaxation in the age group for vaccination, which we are aware 60 plus, then to 45 and above, now 18 plus and above. However, we felt that one community that has been neglected is the LGBT and transgender, also patients who have had sexual reassignment surgeries in the past. So these communities have to be taken together, and that is the inclusive nature of medical profession.
Okay. Do you have a rough number or percentage that, how much of the transgender community have been vaccinated so far?
Almost practically zero at this point of time. So this is a concerted effort by the Manipal family. Our group, Manipal group, has taken the stride across South India to talk to the community, the elders and leaders of the transgender community, convince them about the benefits of vaccination. Without vaccination, what would be the risk? Because some of them are always, greatly exposed by the virtue of being on the streets. Therefore, they need more protection than anyone. That has been the cornerstone of this campaign, convincing them and getting them here. Free vaccination will be...
How how difficult was it to convince them? Because I spoke to a few of them. All that they say is, I asked them, did it really take you all 6 months to believe in a vaccine, and what really it took for you to come here? And all that they say is that there was so much misconception, misinformation, and so how difficult was it for you all to
Yes.
bring them here?
So there are concerns expressed by the community that they may have hormones that are different to say men or women. They may have different hormonal makeup. People who have had sexual reassignment surgeries may be on immunosuppressives, and nobody has. The sad part of the story is nobody had spoken to them to clear the misconception or to lay the facts bare before the community, saying how important the vaccination is. Then comes the question of how safe. Third question that comes is what is the efficacy or the effectiveness in the real world scenario. So these things have been done in stages, and it has taken time, but we are very happy to see that this has borne.
I'm sure they have questions like, how differently will it react in their bodies?
Yes.
Has any study been done, or if you can clear the
No,
misconception?
we've looked across the publications in Lancet and other reputed journals. There is no contraindication as such for vaccinations. The only precaution is, especially in people who are on immunosuppressives, they have had a sexual reassignment surgery, say 2 years ago, they are on immunosuppressive, then there may be issues about how the efficacy of the vaccine may be reduced, but that doesn't even serve as an excuse not to take vaccine.
Correct.
Some protection is better than any protection.
Thank you so much.
So we understand that, the government.
Arranging drives for street vendors, you have rack pickers, but have you come across any such drive for the transgender community, and how important it is that they also be vaccinated?
See, we've heard about, I guess the government is also going ahead with in full guts, so as to how they need to actually go ahead and do it. But for us, specifically, when you really look at the transgender community, some of the stats that came in is that a very, very small percentage of that population has actually been vaccinated. And our entire, theory behind this is the fact that if you do not get yourself vaccinated, you're not safe. So we won't be able to go ahead and see the country back into its normalcy, was what was there 2 years back. So therefore, that's our entire intention, to see, can we provide vaccination to the maximum extent possible and help the government as well achieve that objective.
There's also a problem that the transgender community face. There's misconception, and they do not believe in the vaccine. They're too scared also having got done a sex realignment surgery. So how, in terms of efficacy, what can you tell about it?
See, it's been proved time and again that the current vaccines that we use is safe, and something that will have a little bit of side effects like any other vaccine, but it's absolutely safe, and it's your only protection, from the disease. So to that extent, I guess there would be apprehensions, there would be hesitancy.
Can
but
you also explain to us what was your personal experience in terms of apprehensions from the transgender community?
See, in the sense that, so obviously for them, whether we like it or not, to an extent, they have been treated a little, differently. To that extent, is there that recognition that is, actually available to them, etc. So we wanted to go ahead and look at opening, our entire doors for them to actually come and not feel, different in any way. So that's the entire intent behind us going ahead and getting this done.
Thank you so much, Dr.
എന്താ പറയണ്ടേ
Okay, after 6 months you have got vaccinated,
Yeah.
and why did it take you so long to get vaccinated? And today is the first time that you're the first person to get vaccinated with Sputnik.
Actually, when the vaccination started on before 6 months, we don't have that much awareness about the vaccination. I'm really scared to do that. Not only me, my friends, my family, everybody is on that way. To be they are thought on that way only. If we took a vaccination, we will get some other problems, either other side effect or something like that. But right now, okay. We are getting the good awareness from everyone. Maybe right now I'm standing in front of Manipal hospital. The doctors and somebody's are working over here and the staffs. They give us a good awareness actually.
Did you ever have a problem thinking about those with sex realignment? Will you all have a problem getting vaccinated?
No, never.
അങ്ങനെ എന്തെങ്കിലും questions, അങ്ങനെ doubts എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ?
No, never. No.
Okay. How do you feel getting vaccinated?
I feel happy only.
What do you want to tell to other people, transgender community, who are not yet ready to get
Not only in my community, I would like to say in a society to everyone, please take vaccination, save your country and your family and yourself, and stay safe your home.
Okay, your name?
Yeah, my name is Alia Khan.
Okay, what do you do, Alia?
Actually, I'm doing modeling. Then I'm planning to study in a cosmetology. Then what the trans people are doing, that also I'm doing. What the trans people are doing in out of Kerala. Actually, I'm from Kerala, so that's what I'm saying.